Sami Hamdi, who's the editor-in-chief of the International Interest, a current affairs magazine based in London. Sami, a lot of people, a lot of countries are involved in Libya. Just explain what Turkey's role and Russia's role looks like right now.
Turkey single-handedly upended the military dynamics at a time when the US, France, Europe, UAE, Egypt, and some of these other countries were watching as Haftar attacked Tripoli, when Tripoli was as the last stronghold for the GNA, and had Haftar taken it, then Haftar would have succeeded in essentially bringing about a military solution to the conflict. Turkey intervened, single-handedly upended the dynamics, and now all of the international powers are in a scramble. So now Turkey is the prime power broker in Western Libya. It is now the prime influencer over the GNA, and that's reflected in Sarraj's visit to Ankara and his refusal to go to Moscow and to send the delegation there instead. In terms of Russia, Russia has been, let's say, a third category player in eastern Libya. However, with the UAE now worried about US being very angry with it for opening the door for Russia to come in, UAE is in a period of reflection whereby it's trying to readjust, and Russia is going from tribe to tribe saying, look, UAE and these guys can't protect you. I can protect you. Look what I did in Syria. Look how I saved Assad. Look how the world has come to recognize Assad once more. Come and align with me. Meanwhile, Russia is sending a message to Turkey and saying, listen, we have a good framework of cooperation in Syria between the two of us. We're developing these bilateral relations. Let's snub the US, let's snub Europe, and let's also bring Libya into this foreign policy cooperation framework that we're finding in the Mediterranean. For Turkey, they want to hold the stick from the middle. They don't want to upset the US too much, but they want to keep Russia as a card against the US, given the US believe that bullying tactics are the way to go with Turkey. So it's complex dynamics, but that's as brief as I can give it.
Complex dynamics. And just, is it too early to say that KhalifaHaftar has lost Libya, all of Libya, or definitely the West?
I think this idea that suddenly there's this massive reversal for Haftar and he's on the verge of a defeat is incredibly exaggerated. And I'm not saying this because I believe that, for example, that the GNA or Haftar is in the right. I say this because when you look at a map, all we're seeing is a return to the borders pre-2019, back to the stalemate, before the Tripoli offensive. The GNA is retaking territory that it lost, not retaking territory that was under Haftar's control. In other words, it's a pushback, but not necessarily taking new territory or an expansion of influence. Moreover, when you look at the dynamics do not suggest that there will be an extended campaign in the east. I could be wrong with this, but when you look at the way that Turkey, the main player now in Western Libya, is operating, it looks as if that Turkey is keen on a diplomatic solution, a political solution, and indeed we've seen the GNA calling on members of the Tobruk parliament to join with it, to abandon Haftar and to come in and reconcile. And here is the issue here. The GNA now has a golden opportunity to learn from the mistakes of 2011 and 2013. We saw revenge and reprisal in 2011 that polarized society and created an environment for Haftar to emerge. This is a time now for the GNA to show magnanimity, to set aside the grievances, to say to the East, the Libyans in the East, we are not here for revenge. We are here for a united Libya and here to bring everybody together. Of course, GNA social media is saying something different. People seem to be set on revenge and compensation and reparations for all the damage. But I think Libya is in need of a national reconciliation. The GNA have a golden opportunity. They may throw it away, but they will not be allowed, neither by Turkey nor by Russia, to embark on their own military solution, because Turkey knows that the best option is a diplomatic solution, and that's what it's going to pursue.
All right, Sami Hamdi, we'll leave it on that note. Thank you very much indeed for your analysis.